After months of fine-tuning seats, backrests, suspension and luggage on my Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650, it's finally time to put it all to the test. The goal? Turning this beast into the ultimate touring machine for both rider and pillion. And today the adventure begins, from the north to the south of Thailand. So we're all set for our trip. Saddlebags are loaded, both of them. My new tank bag. The only thing we haven't got room for are our waterproofs. Ta-da! They're in there. And that's going to fit on our new Bikeology backrest and rack. And this backrest is much more suitable for Mrs. T. She can actually use it for once, unlike the original Royal Enfield one, which was miles away. So this luggage rack is a complete game changer. We would never have had room for all these waterproofs. That would have taken up one saddlebag. So look at that, all that room saved. Now we can travel. But look at those clouds, oh my goodness. So the bike is loaded. We're at the White Temple, which is the main tourist attraction for Chiang Rai. So this is where we're going to start our journey. The clouds over in that direction are pretty black. In that direction which we're going, they're pretty clear. So hopefully we can stay away from the rain. Are you okay, Mrs. T? Are you liking your new backrest? Is it okay? More comfortable for you? Somebody's phone's going off, it's time to wake up. This trip has been months in the making, and today we're finally hitting the road to bring you the first part of our journey. But just as we're getting started, something unexpected happens. The engine management light comes on. What now? Should I call the whole trip off? Take the bike straight to Royal Enfield and have it looked at? What would you do in my shoes? Here's a cool little detail. Watch as the tripper pod smoothly switches from night mode to daylight mode, right on cue, 7 AM. I decided to push on. I have an inkling what caused the engine management light to come on, but I'm not going to reveal it just yet. Stick around and find out later in this series. Sawasdee krab, 9 hard M tank ครับ A quick 1 hour south, passing through police checkpoints until we arrive at the town of Phayao. Phayao is home to a massive lake, often referred to as the ocean of northern Thailand.
There's the ocean, my love, look at that!
It's a beautiful spot with a unique legend attached to it. The people here believe in the Naga, a mythical serpent said to dwell in these waters. But maybe it's not so mythical after all. There's even a story from the Vietnam War of US troops supposedly capturing one on the Mekong River using hand grenades, and there's a photograph to prove it. Or so they say.
Yeah, press to open.
So first stop, first 80 kilometers. We've only got another 1,200 to go. Is that all right?
Now we say we're gonna do.
We're going to do short and stop, short and stop. That's what we're going to do. This is our holiday. This is a relaxed travel. We're not going to push things hard. But I would like to get to Sukhothai tonight. So that's our aiming point, Sukhothai. And then we can wake up in the morning and do a bit of filming maybe there. Okay? All right, Mrs. T, chin chin. After a relaxing coffee and a light breakfast by the lake, it's time to head off again. On my last solo trip to Bangkok and back about a year ago, I learned one key lesson: avoid the main roads whenever possible. Those highways are packed with trucks, riddled with potholes, and can be incredibly dangerous.
We're going to turn right on road 101 to Pray. There you go. That's what happens in Thailand on a daily occurrence.
So this time I'm sticking to quieter, scenic, rural roads as much as I can. The beauty of these back roads is unmatched, and they make the ride far more enjoyable. Along the way, we catch a first glimpse of the massive new railway construction route, the China to Bangkok high-speed line. This is a huge infrastructure investment for Thailand, and it's going to change travel across the region. Second fuel stop. We're really lucky with the weather. I've just done 122 kilometers on 4 litres of fuel. I've only topped up with 4 litres. That works out at 30 kilometers per litre, which is amazing. And the reason we filled up here is because we're going to turn left in about 5 kilometers and just travel over mountains, no fuel station, so I definitely need a full fuel tank. After taking in the sights, we finally arrive at my favourite biking road, Road 101. It winds over the mountains all the way to Sukhothai. This stretch is a dream to ride, so let's see what it has in store for us today.
Want to stop, put waterproofs on?
Yeah.
Gonna stop, put waterproofs on, right?
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, it's, whenever you get on the mountain it rains, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my goodness, right, I'll let you sort that out. I'll put the rain covers on the bags, which is very handy because they're stored under the bags. I can hear the rain.
Okay, we made it. This is the problem with waterproofs, Pat, right? You put them on, you sweat more than you get wet from the rain. That's the problem. But look where we are. Look at this viewpoint. Oh, wow. I've stopped here before, but they've moved the coffee shop location. Just look at that. We did ride through the heavy rain, but it only lasted about 10 minutes. After a rest and refreshment, we leave my favourite mountain coffee shop and take the downhill route to Sukhothai Historical Park. A lovely, quiet, good surface, slow, twisty road. Motorbike heaven. Even though this trip has been in the works for months, the only thing we didn't plan is our stops. It's October, still the low season for tourism here in Thailand, so we're taking a bit of a gamble. We're counting on finding accommodation whenever we feel like it by calling in on the day. As luck would have it, we discovered the Old City Boutique Hotel, just minutes away from the historical park by foot. It's absolutely perfect. A solid 10 out of 10 for location, but only about a 5 out of 10 for room function and cleanliness. Still,
for just 500 baht a night with a simple toast and coffee breakfast included, it was and still is the perfect choice. One tip though, be careful when booking accommodation around here. Sukhothai city is about a 15-minute drive away, so make sure you book near the old city if you want to stay close to the historical park.
So good this, it's so good.
Mrs. T, Mrs. T, how are you? Oh my goodness. Oh, do I look the same?
Yes.
Yes. Oh dear. It looks like the heavy rain has soaked into the Sahara seats through the stitching holes. Some of you clever folks out there did try to warn me about this, but despite that, both Mrs. T and I would still choose these seats for their comfort, at least so far on this trip. There's been a suggestion to rub dubbing into the stitching holes to help seal them, so we might give that a try. Now it's time to remove the saddlebags from the bike and explore Sukhothai at night. In the next episode, we'll be waking up early to explore the ancient ruins of Sukhothai under beautiful clear blue skies. Isn't that just magnificent? So yesterday, Mrs. T, you trusted me and put your life in my hands, riding all that way. 400 kilometers we did yesterday, from Chiang Rai to Sukhothai.
So far on this trip, a relaxed 400 kilometers on the bike, and so far so good. We look forward to seeing you in episode 2, where we'll dive deeper into the mystery of that engine management light.